Why should you sell a house during probate? There are lots of advantages to doing that. We'll get into that next. Welcome back to the channel featuring the leading probate real estate team in Northern California. I'm Brendan Mohr, realtor and certified probate and trust specialist by the California Association of Realtors.
And I'm Bill Heyman. I'm a licensed California professional fiduciary, as well as I'm a licensed California real estate broker, and I'm a registered and bonded California legal document assistant specializing in probate.
Now, please like this video, subscribe right now. We're a no-cost probate service. We have a team in every county in California where we help people save thousands of dollars and eliminate headaches with our one-of-a-kind probate administration service and real estate listing combo. If it's in California and real estate needs to be sold, you may qualify. So reach out, even if you've started probate with someone else or on your own. Our info is in the About section on this channel. We love your calls, texts, emails, and comments. Now let's get into it. So it's why should you sell a house during the probate process? There's several advantages, right, Bill?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And how about I jump into the first one?
Go right ahead. We got a good list here.
Yeah, we have a good list. So less disclosure requirements. So there's certain disclosures that you don't actually have to give. And some of the reasoning for that is usually you don't know much about the house. Perhaps you've never even been to the house. Maybe you grew up in the home, but haven't been in there in a long time. Maybe you've never lived in the house at all. So because of that, there's certain disclosures that you're exempt from. Now, that doesn't mean you don't disclose things. You need to disclose anything as a material fact.
Yes.
But it is widely viewed as very acceptable and why you are not submitting certain disclosures or that you don't know the answers to a lot of questions from disclosures because it wasn't your home in most situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one on our list, only the executor/administrator needs to sign off on all the documents. If you sell a home during probate, and let's say there's 10 heirs to the estate, my gosh, if you had to have all 10 heirs sign every single piece of paper that has to do with the probate sale of the home, I'm sure that would cause a lot of delays and a lot of problems. But fortunately, it's really only the executor or administrator that signs off on all the docs during the sale of the probate.
If none of you want to be that person, you could hire a service like what Bill does for a significant cost savings and have him be the administrator and essentially communicates that with you and the rest of the heirs of what's going on. But ultimately, it goes to that personal representative, him as the administrator, to sign off.
Once you hit the next one.
Yeah, it's easier to sell a home as is in a probate sale. So inherently, every home is sold as is, and even in traditional sales, but it's far more likely in a probate sale. Typically, what I'll do as a listing agent on the back end, I'll mention this as an as-is sale. I mean that you're not going to do any repairs. You're selling it in as-is condition. So that's a really great thing, and usually I see that we don't get requests for repairs during a probate sale. Yeah. How about you get into the next one, Bill?
Sure. Next on the list is the buyers of probate homes. They tend to be a lot more understanding about the lack of cleanup, debris, or trash that may be left behind. They also are more understanding about something Brendan just mentioned, which is no credits, no repairs. That's quite often the case with probate homes. It's made clear that the estate is not going to give any credits or repairs. And again, buyers tend to be more understanding on that because a lot of probate homes are not in the best shape, a lot of deferred maintenance, and a lot of them do get sold to investors who are going to renovate them and resell them.
Yeah, especially homes that need a lot of work, right?
Absolutely.
Now, people are going to offer what they feel the home is worth. Sure, they'll just take that into account when listing a property as it is.
Once you hit the next one.
Sure, yeah. Well, the market can take a turn for the worse. Probate can take a long time, 9 to 12 months on average, but we've taken over some cases for that other attorney's been working on that have gone on 5 years or longer. The market can change dramatically. Yeah, real estate prices could continue to rise, things like that, but hit a recession, the market goes down, there could be suddenly a surplus of inventory. Things right now, a lot of people of the boomer generation are passing away as the largest generation. So you can see a flood of inventory that affects the market. More inventory means prices either stabilize or maybe even fall a little bit. So getting on it for current market prices may be the best way to go.
Yes.
How about you hit the next one?
Sure. There can always be unexpected delays in probate. I know when I do a lot of probates and act as the administrator for many cases, and generally I'm usually able to get them done pretty quickly, but occasionally you see cases that go on for, as Brennan mentioned, 5 years. We've even had one that was going on for 10 years plus that came to us. And if you say, well, let's wait till the end of probate to sell, my gosh, you've got to wait 10 years. It's not a good thing. And there's other reasons why waiting so long, which we get into in some other videos, can be a financial detriment to the estate.
Oh, yeah. But too many to list here.
Yeah. But once you hit the next one.
Well, heirs get their money faster. That way, right when the probate closes, the finalization of the probate and proceeds are distributed to the heirs at that point, instead of waiting to probate closing and then listing the house to go on the market. A little bit faster for you. Yeah, how about you hit the next one, Bill?
Well, the longer you wait to sell a probate home, the more the odds are much, much higher that you're going to pay a lot more in capital gains taxes when you sell that house. I'll give you a quick example. Let's say that mom passes away in the year 2000 or 2010, and the house is worth $500,000 in 2010. And you probate and sell the house by 2011. You sell the house for $520,000. It's a $20,000 gain, so you pay capital gains on $20,000. Let's say that you hang on to the house and you don't sell it until 2025, 15 years later, and you sell the house for $900,000 at that point. Well, now you've got to pay capital gains on $400,000, which is a lot of money.
Well, that next one kind of piggybacks on a little bit of what you just said there. If you sell it more quickly, if you sell it during the probate process, it'll be a reduction in the amount of supplemental property taxes due. And we have seen homes that, gosh, they delayed even starting the probate process. Ones that have been, it's just sitting out there for even a decade or longer.
Yeah.
Now, we have a lot of videos on supplemental property taxes and how that can affect the bottom line for the estate. So I recommend searching our channel, just search property taxes, and you'll find some of that. But you'll definitely find a reduction and you'll save money on property taxes if you sell it during the probate process as opposed to waiting.
Yeah. And just to conclude, and I've said this in other videos, if the intention is to eventually sell the probate home, sell it as soon as possible. You're just going to be, from a financial standpoint, much better off.
And there's other things that we haven't even really gotten into on this one. There's holding costs.
Yeah.
If there's interest on a mortgage, there are property taxes. So that's accruing. Maintenance of the property, perhaps, whether it's mowing the lawn to the electric bill to making sure that homeowners insurance, making sure that nothing is falling into disrepair. There's all sorts of things, all sorts of reasons why it's better to sell the house during probate. Remove yourself from a lot of liability.
Absolutely.
Anything else you'd like to add on this one, Bill?
I think we've hit most of the major points. I think so.
Yeah, well, you need to get started on the process. So how about this great video? We focus this a little bit on Sacramento for the particular video, but it really covers all of California. And we have a team throughout the entire state that can help you for a tremendous cost savings. So how much does probate cost in Sacramento? It'll go through who probates the estate and what the general fees are. It'll appear right over my head.